Hello everyone. I wanted to give you an update from the Planetarium. The last couple of weeks I've been working on hardware, software, and programming upgrades so that when we do come back we're going to be better than ever. I've been taking some classes and I'm happy to announce that we can now stream Planetarium content into your homes. And also some vendors have released their rather costly programming online for free. So I'll be able to share those links with you on our website so you can watch some full dome programming from your homes. Also, over the last couple of years, you've all visited and asked questions, and we've had really good times in the planetarium together, and you've become a family to me. And I want to tell you how much I miss our interactions and how much I miss your families and students in the planetarium. And so as it's getting warmer outside, I'd like to ask you, if you have questions like you always bring to the planetarium, you can reach out and post those questions, and I'd like to try to answer those questions in these videos to prepare you for the evening sky as summer approaches and it's warmer and nicer out. My hope is that families will get outside and be able to see the night sky just a little bit better. I do miss the dome a lot. It's the joy of my life to talk about the sky with families, and I really wish I could be back in the dome. I dream about being back in the dome. In fact, I think I'm just going to take a nap right now and just dream about the dome. There's no place like dome. There's no place like dome. Thank you all very much for coming tonight. If you'll all take your seats, we'll get started.
Excuse me.
Sir, please take... Wow, that's a great costume.
Mr. Bustin' with happiness seeing you again.
But Monday, May the 4th is already passed.
It's embarrassing.
So if you could just take your seat. Oh, wow, another great costume. But Tuesday, Revenge of the 5th is also passed, so...
Oh, no!
Well, okay. Then let's get started, shall we? So the first thing we're going to talk about here tonight is this picture of the moon and two planets forming a smiley face. You've probably seen it on social media. This beautiful smiley face is between Jupiter, Venus, and the crescent moon, and it's going to supposedly occur on May 16th. Well, one of the things about the planetarium that's so cool is that we can set our Wayback Machine here, or go even into the future, and we can look at the sky in any place forward or backwards in time. And so I have the date set right now for May 16th, and we are all going to be on moon watch. We're all going to watch for this event occurring in the sky. And so I want you all to look at the sky carefully. That's the sun in the blue sky. It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Now, let's fast forward time now. And let's watch for the moon, that beautiful crescent moon, and the planets out here. And time is clicking by. We can see there's the sunset that's occurring. And it looks like right over in the west, we have a very bright object. And you probably have seen that object. That object is a planet. That is the planet Venus. Now, that is one of the planets that we're supposed to see in our smiley face. Where's the moon? Where's Jupiter? Well, let's keep watching and let's see if we can't find out. So as the evening goes on, we see Venus scurries off into the western horizon there, and we see the stars come out. And remember, we're all on moon watch, everybody. So you're looking across the whole sky for moon watch. Ooh, we see the Milky Way galaxy rising high there in the east, and I still don't see any moon. Do you guys see a moon anywhere? Wow, it's 4 in the morning. The sun is starting to come up, and I see two bright objects in the south. Let's see, what could those objects be? If they're bright and they're not stars, I'm sure that you guys know what they are. They are planets. And so the brighter planet we have there is Jupiter, and the one just to the left is Saturn. So we have a beautiful planetary conjunction occurring in the early morning hours, but still no moon. Well, where is our moon here on May 16th? Well, let's just go a little bit farther ahead in time. And the sun is starting to rise higher and higher in the sky. And, oh, did you guys see it? Look around. The beautiful crescent moon is over in the eastern sky, right above the trees there. So we have our smiley face did not occur on the 16th. In fact, if we even let time move forward to the daytime, we'll have a beautiful crescent moon. And Venus now and Jupiter, they're not even in the sky at the same time. And of course, nowhere near the moon. So this smiley face planet sky event is
busted.
Okay, so next we want to move over to the next thing we want to talk about, which is something that you might have seen in the sky. They're called Starlink satellites, and the Starlink satellites are launched by SpaceX to provide low-latency internet service to remote places of the world. And they've already launched 12,000 satellites, and we'll see those in just a moment. But here are some photos that you might have seen. There's even an app you can track when the Starlink satellites are overhead if you'd like to go out and see them for yourself. But to see these satellites and why they're being placed and why there's so many of them, we need to blast off into space. So let's get high above Wausau West High School, where the planetarium is. And we're going to have to go about 300-400 kilometers up above the ground to see these satellite placements. Even higher. All right, welcome to high Earth orbit, everybody. Now what I'd like to show you first is, of course, Earth already has satellites. I think there's about 33,000 Earth satellites already in orbit, and I can go ahead and show you those satellites. They're going to be in green here. There they are. So we've got the ones closest to the Earth are the low Earth orbit satellites, and then the little ring on the outside there, those are geostationary satellites. And you can see that in one particular place, there isn't always satellite coverage with these satellites, and they're varying. There's some comm satellites and some weather satellites, and they're all different types of satellites. Well, so the Starlink satellites, let me show you them on top of the existing Earth satellites. Those are the plans to have them. There's going to be 42,000 satellites. So Elon Musk's plan is to more than, well, take all the existing satellites and increase them by a factor of over 2. And this network of satellites will provide internet service across most of the entire Earth. And so it might not be too long into the future, a couple years from now, where there are places that have SpaceX's Starlink internet at their house. Of course, there's a lot of controversy about this. Putting that much space junk up there could cause what's called the Kessler syndrome, a cloud of garbage that could trap us on Earth if they start to collide. However, SpaceX has put them in low enough orbit so that if they do collide, or if there is an accident, within 5 years, those particles will deorbit and burn up. They also have a state-of-the-art avoidance system, which is an autonomous robotic system that will supposedly avoid things in their path. That autonomous avoidance system did fail in a test last month, but the low Earth orbit and the 5-year burn-up procedure here is giving me some hope that this will only just, in fact, maybe ruin the night sky, not necessarily trap us here on Earth. Okay, so the next thing I want to talk about is using the real-time nature of the Digistar system, and I need to rewind back to earlier this week, because Johns Hopkins University has a really cool tracking mechanism, and it's something that we're all feeling right now. I'm going to go over to our friends in Europe right now, and we can take a look at the COVID-19 cases around the planet Earth. And so here right now, Johns Hopkins University case data, May 3rd, we can see the infection rates as they are placed on the different countries of Europe. And the reason I do this is I just want to make sure that we can see where we are in this situation and how we compare. That is truly a global situation, and we're all working together. Let's head over to China. We can see the infection rates in China. They're on they're on the way out of the forest, as they say. They've really done a good job in controlling things. Let's head down here to Australia. Yeah, wow, hardly any down here. Let's head over here to South America. Unfortunately, we're going to have to travel through the planet Earth to get there. Took a shortcut here. There's South America. And lastly, we'll head up to the United States here and see how we're doing with our containment. Now, you might think, wow, that looks worse. But in Johns Hopkins University data, it's recorded by county. And so we actually have better data. The other data is recorded by country. So we're having more data, not just by state, for example. But right now, the United States has the highest number of cases. And so I want to encourage everyone to continue to work their hardest. Let's join together, and we can all beat this. And I wish you guys all the safety, health, and sanity. And I hope to see you again real soon.